Well, I finally got a good day outside, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take the Dominator out for a rip. I have got custom made new battery straps, perfect length. We are gonna be running the 6200 milliamp SRD packs in a custom way that I made fit into this hull. I think if you had the non-flippable version, like the non-self-riding, it wouldn't be a problem. But because it has the chamber over here, it really takes up a lot of space. But I went ahead and moved the ESD forward, got my battery straps, got this battery mounted in the center in the front, and got a bunch of foam stuffed in the nose. And we're gonna be running this 3-blade prop for a little while, and then we're gonna also be running the new red CNC 3-blade prop that I got recently. So everything has been fixed. We're gonna take it out for a rip, and I'm gonna throw the GPS inside, and we're gonna monitor top speed for both of these props. And let's go on. We're gonna get outside and get to the business. Man, what a beautiful day outside to be the middle of December. I don't know how it's gonna do with the batteries in a different spot, but I believe it'll run a lot better than it did the last time I was out here. I still have the trim set pretty neutral. God, this thing is a rocket ship. Woo! All right. Oh, I gotta climb up here. Oh, this thing's a rocket. It's literally about 1/3 throttle. Whoa! It may need some down trim. The whole boat's coming out of the water. Woo! Once the pond gets disturbed, it's like hard. Oh my God! It's like hard. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Let's see. Will it self-right? Oh man. I had a battery disconnect. Son of a bitch. That was a hard ass hit. And it will not self-right, it's just sitting there. Okay, gotta go get the canoe. Thankfully, my recovery boat is 14 feet long. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord. Hey, look, it did self-right. But that doesn't help when the battery terminals come disconnected. Have mercy. It just took a little while to self-right. I'm wondering what I'm gonna find. I like the tape. The tape that Oxidean sells. It's just cheap old China tape, but it does a better job than the shipping tape that I had. Okay, time to take it back, open it up, and see what came disconnected. All right. That came off a little. Yeah, 47 miles an hour. We'll just go ahead and turn that off, save the battery. What came disconnected? I don't see anything. Okay, it said RF signal lost. That sounded funny. Ah, the prop's loose. Huh. Okay, let's do this. Before we mess with that, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery so I don't lose a fingertip. And then okay, yeah. I guess I just didn't have it super tight. Yeah, I don't know why it lost signal. Maybe it's maybe it lost signal because the boat was upside down, the antenna was under the water. I don't know. Because I do remember I set down the remote to run and go get the canoe, and as I was running away, I heard it say something. And I was like, huh? And then by the time I turned around, once I grabbed the canoe, it was already flipped back over. So I guess I could have drove it back over. I just, you know, I waited there for 30 seconds and it didn't self-right. So I was like, well, it's not gonna, because the battery was where the battery was. So I just believed that it wasn't gonna do anything. So, okay. I'm gonna go ahead, adjust the trim, give it a little downward, because right now she's really picking up out of the water. So I have the rear stinger exactly dead nuts level. I'm gonna go ahead and give it about 1 mil or 1.5 mil downward angle, and then we're gonna try it again. All right, so I got everything back buttoned up. I wanna see if I can show you here. So I'm on the keel of the boat. That's how much downward trim I have now. I counted the rotation of the screw. I turned the screw downward 1.5 turns, and I believe the way these are set up is 1 full revolution equals 1 millimeter. I may be wrong, but I believe that's what I've been finding out. I'm gonna go ahead now. We're gonna peel the tape off my leg, and we're gonna give her a rip again and see how it goes. Okay, that was a whole lot of running. Now she's tracking straight. Go ahead and ease into it. It's quarter throttle. It's half. I would say this boat at half throttle is almost like my Spartan at almost damn near full speed. Ooh. Yeah. I still think she gets up out the water too bad. And I do, y'all can't feel it, but I got wind. I got wind here today. It may want more downward angle. You know, I thought by putting a battery in the middle up front that it would help it. Y'all see that thing pops a wheelie? Let's try it. Let's see if it'll get a wheelie. Oh man, that was a bite. Oh. Woo. All right. I'm gonna break it in, make sure I didn't bend nothing. Man, these SRD packs are like stupid powerful. There's so much more oomph in these things than the other system. Yeah, the Spartan take a hit like that, that thing will break in half. All right, I'm gonna take the rear strut and go down just a little bit more with it, and I'm gonna shake this thing, make sure there's nothing rattling inside. But I'm gonna give it another 1 mil of down and maybe adjust the trim tabs down just a smidge. All right, I went ahead and adjusted it. I got more downward trim, and I adjusted the trim tabs down. I adjusted all 4 of them down. I can already tell it runs better. Ooh, that thing went under the water. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe by putting the battery towards the front, that is throwing off, you know, the settings a little, to where all this thing wants to do once it gets elevated out of the water is nosedive. But it's supposed to be like, I've got like 30% weight distribution, but that does make it nose heavy. And in my opinion, that 3-blade prop may be too big for this thing. It may be that prop is over propping this boat. But it's the winter time, so I haven't been able to run it in temperatures long enough to get an accurate temperature of the ESC and an accurate temperature of the motor and how things are doing. So I don't know if it's like too much for it. But the way it and we're in a small pond, you know. I've only got a 1-acre pond here to work with, if that. I think more like 3/4 with all the cattails that are over there. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it in. You know, one thing I haven't done, I haven't checked to see if oh, come on. I just said I was bringing it in. I thought I could tell the battery was getting a little low. You know, that's one thing I hate about this ESC. When it dies, it just freaking dies. It like doesn't give you any extra. Bastard. I was too busy talking, and that just out of grass, just out of my reach. Okie dokie, moment of truth. It smells a little hot in here. ESC is at 135 capacitors. Let's see, the strap came off this one. Motor's at 137, 138. Trying to get the back of the motor. Yeah. She's a little warm. She's a little warm. Now remember, it's been sitting in the water. It took me like 3 minutes to go get it, so it's been sitting for quite a minute. Yeah. But I think I don't know. I'll know more once I put some 6S batteries in here, and I can mount the 6S SRDs on the side. They'll fit, but these 8S just would not, or you know, the 4S, the twin 3S's might do a little bit better. But hey, that's my PB. I've never had 60 mile an hour before, and it was kind of crazy. I kept having an issue with the prop getting loose. I don't think that the nylon inside that nut is good enough, and I had to use that little prop spacer right there. I don't know if that was it, because I never had one get loose when I would take the little cooling line and put it there and tighten the nut against it. Never had one get loose. It wouldn't even act loose. But okay, yeah, I love these QS8 connectors, man. They don't get hot for nothing. I was damn near melting the Traxxas connectors, but they are a little bit of a bear to get apart. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We'll take it inside. All right, back inside. We're gonna go ahead and take the lid off, and I want to check the battery with the cell checker. Okay, let's see. Okay, not bad. 3.75, 3.74, 3.76. Perfect. You got to be careful because you don't want these SRD packs. You don't want to run them below 3.6 per SMC specifications or recommendations. I don't really care as much when it comes to like my pink packs. I don't care if I run this down to like 3.4. Let's see. Yep, perfect, right in line with what they're supposed to be. Cool, ESC shut off at perfect time. All right. Well, good deal. Yeah, it smells hot. It smelled like this the last time. And, you know, the ESC, it wasn't like stupid hot. It's not 170 degrees. But this is just a water cooling jacket on top of the ESC. So I don't really think that's like 100% the most accurate temperature. It's definitely hotter inside. So I don't really know how those temperatures would correlate with the internal temperatures versus the external, the water jacket temperature. But what it smells like, it just smells unhappy. But that just may be the way something smells when you throw this much voltage to it and this much current draw and amperage and all that. But I'm gonna say that that prop is probably too much for it with that amount of weight, that amount of power, that type of battery. The boat was designed to have two in a line here, so I think when we run it on 6S, we can run it with that prop. We just need to keep the batteries over here, because torque roll, the boat wants to do this with the battery in the center. I figured it would be lower, center of gravity would be lower, the weight distribution would be a little bit, you know, more towards the front, so the front wouldn't come out. But what I noticed is, as soon as it comes out of the water, and it's got so much power that it comes out of the water, it just nosedives and goes under, and you saw that in the video. It was quite a few dramatic crashes, but the boat took a licking and it kept on ticking. So Oxidean Marine can handle the crashes. That was the reason why I bought a carbon fiber boat, because I didn't think that it would it would break. This is tape. It's like the sticky of a tape. I need to take WD-40 and get it off of there. But if anybody wondered, I think that was like a crack or something, but it's not. But I do have a little water leak somewhere. Don't really know where. Every screw I've ever taken out on the back, you know, every time I take something apart, I put clear silicone on it to try to seal it up. It may come from the trim tabs, or it may come from the rear turn fins. I just don't know. But wasn't no sense in testing the red prop because it was bigger. It was just gonna, you know, not act right. But I think next time what I'll do is, I have the Oxidean yellow prop over here. I'll show you. I've got this that came from Oxidean. So this is the 1716. It's aluminum CNC prop, and I think this is more on the lines of the upgraded prop for that boat. So we'll try that out, because a 4514, which was this one here, I believe this one actually came with the boat, and I say this is just absolutely too small, just too small for that size. But I may be wrong. I may be wrong. Sometimes our thoughts and our thought process of things are completely reversed to, you know, actual factual data. So that's why testing is so important. I don't do any testing or any running unless I have the camera on. So I am learning along through all of my videos. I don't learn the process of what works and then, you know, go out and show you. Because if something bad happens, then, like, you know, multiple crashes in the pond and have to go get it with the canoe, you lose all that footage and all that fun time and that memory and all that, and it's worth sharing it with you guys. So, but yeah, the Mystic will be coming up soon. You'll see that in my next video, and that will be coming up in a few days. So yeah, if you like the content, please hit the subscribe button. If you like today's video, please hit the thumbs up button, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Have a good one.